What is up, sports fans? That's right, your boy, Mickey G, your favorite NFL analyst, is back with even more exciting stuff than ever before. You see, now, two teams have revealed brand new uniforms for the year already, and it's not even near start time yet. And that is the Falcons and the Buccaneers. Now, I have made concept idea uniforms, or whatever you want to call them, for all 32 NFL teams in Madden 08, of course. And so today, I'm just going to show you that. I mean, I don't know if you find this interesting. I had a lot of fun making these, but I mean, it's up to you whether or not you actually care about these uniforms. So, here we go. Jumping in over here, Madden 08. Oh, beautiful. Oh, it looks so good. And now you're probably saying to yourself, Micah, how does it look so good compared to your other videos when Madden 08 doesn't look as good? I changed some settings around, so now it always looks good. We're going to be checking out all 32 NFL teams and the uniforms I made of them. So as you can see, these are the Chicago Bears home uniforms, and then we have their away uniforms, and then we have their alternate home uniforms, which are the orange ones, which are just beautiful. I have a Rex Grossman orange jersey of the Bears. And then, of course, their alternate aways, which are the all blues. Now, one thing you may have noticed looking at this is they don't have the same logo as the actual Bears. That's because the way Madden 08 works, you can't use their actual team's logos when you recreate uniforms and stuff, which is kind of a bummer, and it makes me a little sad. But you gotta make do with what you got here. I feel like the big paw isn't bad. I mean, it's not what you want, obviously. Obviously, you want the original. I could have gone with it just to see, but that's kind of lame. So, I went with the paw anyways. So, that's the Bears. That's team number one. But now we're moving to the Bengals here. So, here are the Bengals. Home uniforms, pretty simple. You can't do, like, the stripe that they have because it's not available to do. But I feel like I didn't do a terrible job without having that ability. So, here we go. Here are the away jerseys. Basically the same thing as the home, but opposite. And then the alternate home, got to make them orange. Throw it in there. And then alternate away is all black. And so that's kind of basically the main idea of what all of these uniforms kind of are, is you have the home, which is the main color with the accent, and then like usually white pants or whatever their usual pants is. And then the away is just usually the opposite of that with the same helmet. And then the alternates are usually all of one color, all of the main color and all of the secondary color. So here are the Bills. So the Bills, as you can see, their logo is not a buffalo. But I went with the whole idea where it's like Buffalo Bill Cody is what it is. So that's why it's a like desperado type looking guy as their mascot. So then we have the away, pretty simple here. Alternate home, gotta love the red unis. They're just so good. And then the alternate away is just all blue. So as I said, it's pretty, everything's pretty self-explanatory here. Next, we have the Broncos. Now, I kind of really like the Broncos. I feel like the white helmet is what they need to have. The white helmet looks really nice. And it just goes well with both home and the way. And then the alternate, all blue. It looks really good. If we'll turn his head here so we can see what the helmet looks like. Okay, that works. Yeah, see? And then the alternate away. It's just the same thing as the dark blue, except it's orange instead. Browns, obviously I get to keep the look. I'm pointing at the screen. I guess it's fine pointing at the screen. They get to keep their logo because there's nothing on the helmet, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, this is the default home, and then default away. It's the Browns. I mean, the orange are a little wild. Orange is a little wild, but I feel like I really like the all brown. The all brown looks nice, I think. Next is the Buccaneers. Now we just have brand new uniforms from the Buccaneers, and I feel like they're pretty similar. Now, I made these before the Buccaneers released theirs, and they are kind of similar. So, even the fact that we made some all-pewter ones, which is very nice. Now, I feel like the brown's not exactly what it needs to be for this, but I tried my best to get to the accurate colors. But hey, what are you going to do? And then I like this all red with the brown helmet again. I think it looks really nice. Cardinals, they look pretty simple. A lot more black than they usually have. But I think that's good. And then we got the all black unis, which look pretty sweet. And then the alternate reds, all reds. Good stuff. It's good stuff. Chargers. Now they're going to the powder blue. I'm pretty sure. So I have, and I once again did this before a lot of these things were announced. I did a lot. I did all of these basically when it was announced that there were going to be new jerseys of teams. Because I'm like, oh, I want to see what I can make, kind of a thing. So there's the away, alternate home is just all powder blue, and then the alternate away, I had it be the dark blue that they used to have. The only problem with these is obviously it can't change what the hand is because due to how things work in Madden 08 with how you do that. But next is the Chiefs. Chiefs, they look pretty good, I think. That was the best mascot I could get for them, but I don't think it's too bad. I think the all reds, though, alternate homes, that looks really cool, I think. Then the alternate away, the yellow, it's a bit weird. I'm not going to lie to you, but I felt it would be interesting if they had a yellow jersey. So I went with that. Next is the Colts. The Colts are pretty simple. I had to see is their logo. That's the home. It's just they're blue and white. I mean the Colts, they don't need anything fancy for their uniforms. So I just went very basic with them, and I think it's good. I don't think that the Colts need all big uniform and crazy stuff. Now the Cowboys. The Cowboys are interesting because they're like main jerseys. I think are good. They're not bad. But my favorite ones that they have was their alternates when they have like the old just white and blue without the gray. And so that's what I did with their alternates, and I think they look really good. Next is the Dolphins. Now the Dolphins I think are probably some of my favorite that I've created. Just because all the stripes that they have and everything. And the fact that they're actually have a dolphin as their logo. Not that they don't in the real ones, but I was surprised that there was a dolphin available for me to use for this. And then to get some all teal and some all orange. The all oranges, I think, are just beautiful. So next we have the Eagles. Now the Eagles, their last alternate is something that I forgot that I had done. Because I haven't looked at these in a while, to be honest. But I just went through them like right now to make sure there wasn't any changes I wanted to make before I did this. But, these are just the classic, they have all black jerseys, which always look sweet. And then we have the alternate aways, which I had forgot that I had made gray jerseys. And it's interesting because since they're actually away jerseys, it won't make, little sense because the gray is kind of an away color. So I think that worked out pretty well. Next is the Falcons. The Falcons had released new uniforms, and so here are my takes on those uniforms. The all black, here we go. Look pretty nice, I think. And then the alternate reds are kind of wild. So yeah, that is the Falcons. And then the 49ers, I like. I'm not sure how I feel about my use of a red helmet here. I feel like I should have just stayed with the gold helmet here. It might have made this uniform look better, which I might change later. I don't know yet. And also probably gold on the sleeves might look better. But that's what we have right here. So all gold looks pretty nice though. Next is the Giants. The Giants, their home and their away, they're just pretty similar what they have now. Like, there's not much change, obviously, besides the logo. And then the alternate homes, we have all red, which is kind of wild. And then the alternate away is all blue. More like a color rush type. But I really like how the home and away turned out for the Giants. Next is the Jaguars. Now, this is my team, so I'm like, I need to make these good. Because the Jaguars, my favorite uniforms they have are the ones when they had like the Jaguar running on the sleeve. Like I thought those were really dope, and I have like 2 of those. I have David Garden and MJD. Both of them are like up to here on me now, so I can't really wear them anymore. So now I just have a Leonard Fournette and a Jalen Ramsey. So only one of those guys is still actually on the team, which is kind of a bummer. But I need to get some new jerseys. So here are the away. I put a lot more gold and teal into these. There's a lot more color in all of them, I feel like. But I kept black helmets for all 4. And then I had to go with, obviously, the beautiful gold that everybody loves for the alternate aways. But I kept the black helmet because, I mean, I just feel like the black helmet's just the best for all circumstances. There's no reason to change that. But I did go with the gold face mask, which I think is nice. Next is the Jets. Now, the Jets, I think, have some really nice unis here. Especially when we get into all black and then finally the all green. The all green I think is really nice with the nice white, everything everywhere else. I think the Jets look really dope. Next is the Lions. Now, their logo, not my favorite. Definitely think there's better, but this was the only Lion, so I'm like, I might as well go with it. But the uniforms themselves, I think, are really cool. I really like how the uniforms look. And then, of course, you had to go with the black unis, which they used to have. I don't know if they still wear them. But on this game, they actually do have all black uniforms. They look dope. And then I gave them some all blue ones, which I think also look very nice. Next we have the Packers. Now I gave them a big G for Green Bay because there's, I mean, what's the logo of a Packer going to be? So I feel like G was just the best chance here. And these look pretty good, I think. Home and away are pretty standard, and then gave them all green here, and then all yellow for their 2 alternates, which I think look pretty nice as well. Then we got the Panthers. Now the Panthers I feel like look maybe the best, considering that their logo that I found on here is pretty similar to their actual logo. So that's a really nice part about it. And then, so yeah, we got the aways here. It looked pretty good. And they have the logo on the sleeves, you can tell. And then alternates, we have all blue. And then the aways, we got all black. I could have done an all silver, but I decided against it. And just went with all black for the other alternate. And now we have the Patriots. Now the Patriots, I went with the Captain America shield as their logo for their helmets and stuff like that. And I think these look pretty cool. I really like these uniforms that I made for them. If I had the regular logo, I feel like they look even better. But I mean, these aren't bad for sure. I like how they work, except for the red ones. The red ones are a little wild. But that's just because we haven't really seen a Patriots all red before. So, and the red is just really, really intense. I feel like that goes with it as well. Next we have the Raiders. The Raiders I think are really good. I mean, they're simple, but I mean, I feel like the Raiders don't need these over-the-top crazy uniforms. I mean, I really like the all gray though. It's very nice. Next is the Rams. Now the Rams, I didn't put anything on their helmets, so I'm like, we can just keep their old logo. The thing is I'm not using that color scheme. For their home and aways, I have just blue and white. Okay, it looks gray for some reason, but that is white, trust me. And then for the alternates, I have yellow and blue and yellow, which I think are some of their best. Actually, hold up here. We are going to modify these real quick, live, in front of a studio audience. Let's go home, away. We want alternate home. We don't want a single stripe. We want a short stripe. Yeah, because that's more like a ram's horn. What am I doing? How did I not think of that? I don't... Okay, continue. Put that back to the default home. Yeah, see, that looks better. Yeah, I knew there was something off about them. There we go. Now it looks more like the Rams. Very good. The Ravens I also very much like. They have, usual uniforms here with the black helmet, and then we have their alternate black ones with the golden numbers and the blue highlight around. And I think these look really nice, and they also have the logo on the sleeves, as you can see right there. And then the alternate ways, I just put everything all blue with the gold as well, which I also think looks really nice. And I really like how the Ravens uniforms turned out. Next is the Redskins. The Redskins, I think, look pretty good for the most part. Their home and away definitely are nice. They're all yellow. It's a bit wild, just like the Chiefs are. And same thing for the alternate away. Just all red seems very weird for the Redskins. So, yeah, it's pretty wild. Next is the Saints. The Saints, I think, look pretty good. I like how I feel like their logo's not bad either. Yeah, it's obviously not what the Saints' actual thing is, but there's not very many things that are similar, and I feel like this horn kind of goes well with, like, heralding the Saints kind of an idea. So here's the home and away, pretty standard, and then alternate we have all gold, and then the all away we have all black, which looks pretty nice. The next we have the Seahawks. Seahawks, they look a little weird, just because like the logo is not what it usually is, and the silver kind of messes things up a little bit. Cause can't get it just right, I don't think. But they're not bad. They're not bad by any means. All green is a bit much, but I like this the color rush type for the alternate way. And then we have the Steelers. The Steelers I think look pretty nice, and I don't think the logo is too bad at all. I feel like it's what they'd have if they actually had a logo of like an actual steel worker instead of what they have now. So I don't think these are bad. The hardest part, though, the most frustrating part, is the stripes for the pants and the jerseys, because the way it's set up, the stripe colors depend on what either the jersey or the pant main color is. Depends on what the color for the pant stripes are. For example, the paint stripes, if you do triple, the middle part of the stripe is whatever the uniform is. So that makes it a little difficult for things like that. But for the alternate, we have all black, which I think looks pretty nice. The alternate away, we have all gold, which is pretty wild as well. Next, we have the Texans. The Texans, I think, did pretty well. Especially, the only bummer, I think, is that the logo blends in a little bit too much with the helmet. Besides that, I really like how the Texans look. I feel like they're very similar to the Patriots uniforms, just a little bit different. But for the most part, I really like how they work. Anyways, Titans. So here we have the Titans, and I basically tried to copy the uniforms that they had before now, because I liked those uniforms a lot better than the ones they have now. As you can see, I mean, it's just classic, and then we have the powder blue ones, and then we have the dark blue ones, the navy, more like. Next is the Vikings. The Vikings, I gave them a shield. That was the closest thing I could find to a Viking on here. I don't think it's bad. And I think the uniforms look pretty good as well. I like the pants on that one. The all purple and the all yellow, once again, is pretty wild. And then we are back to the Bears, which means we've gone through all 32 NFL teams and the uniforms that I've created for them. Now, these are all actually in a franchise, and well, I would show you, but I also changed the divisions that they're in, and I plan on making some sort of series where I'll not necessarily play the game of the week, but I will watch the game of the week. I'm probably going to be streaming this. I'll be commentating over the game of the week. I don't know, I might have guests or something with me. They'll be my fellow commentators and things like that. We'll be checking stats, keep watching the league a little bit, see who makes Super Bowl, things like that. I feel like it's a really interesting idea, especially with the new divisions, to see how teams work out and how those rivalries go and things like that. So yeah, so keep your eyes peeled for that. That's probably going to be mostly a streaming thing, so make sure you check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/MJD3Jaggy. That'll be in the description, as well as you can find it on my channel in general. So yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for checking out the uniforms with me of all 32 NFL teams. So make sure that you smash like, tell your friends. If you like this kind of stuff, let me know, because I like making these jerseys, these concepts, stuff like that. So it means a lot to have the support from you guys. So thank you for watching, and as always, adios.